What's going on, traders? You just want to get on here and share the trading day with you. Got some of the charts pulled up and pre-market here Monday morning. A little bit of a bull trend. We had like break structure here. Before we get really into this, though, I'm gonna just check the news, make sure there's nothing landmines to step in today. Looks like there's nothing. So for those that are unaware, if you go to Forex Factory, these little folders here, they all correspond to like how they'll impact the market. So the yellow folders is not much, orange is a little bit, red it could really screw your position up. So it's really important to keep those news events in mind. But let's go ahead and start marking these charts up. We got 7 minutes before the bell. You can see just had a little break of structure of those highs, but we'll mark this up nice on this chart. And so let's see here. We'll do the lows. It looks like we have a double top on the high. And let's go ahead and make these guys big so we can see what's going on. Maybe make that guy a little bit smaller so we can distinguish the two. Alright, so we got the daily marked up, and we'll just start zooming in. So we got a little bit before we crack that high. We are on the 4 hour, just about to those these key levels up here at the 18. What does that say? 18,334. Kind of in that price. Looking kind of bullish today. You know, you can kind of see there's a little bit of a sell-off here pre-market. I actually caught that short a little bit. I actually caught this high. You know, I caught this move on the Top Step account I'm doing. You know, as far as like trading is concerned, you know, we're working on Apex accounts, but I also use Top Step to trade futures, and they actually have like Top Step actually has a pretty good Top Step X discount going on right now. I think it's like $20 for a combine or something like that. Way cheaper than the $100 one I got. But I think I'm only like 8 days into that. You can see kind of some volatility here pre-market. I mean, really about 9 o'clock when that candle hit, been really kind of all over the place. I do have a position open in Top Step, but we're not going to pay attention to that. For purposes of what we're doing today, I have the performance. You know, I got $144 profit pre-market today. We'll see how the rest of this plays out through New York session here. Make sure that all looks good so everybody can see it. I'm trying to get the visuals and everything on point. Hopefully you guys didn't read that. It's kind of small font. I don't know how you change that. Yeah, I don't know how you change that, but right up in, you guys follow the mouse, you know, right up in here, 144. The one account has 145 profit, and the other is 50 cents in the hole. Not too shabby. But we'll kind of get into the market zone here. You know, the bell in 4 minutes. You know, this thing could just freaking either take off or freaking tank. It's hard to tell. Monday morning, we're actually at the highs that I was hoping to get at Friday. I was on the Power Hour stream. I was hoping to get up to this level on Friday, but just not enough gusto really to push us over the highs. As far as like the bigger time, we'll just keep that on like a 15-minute. Let's see how much space we have to that. Like a 100-point move, almost, a little bit less. I'm just going to be patient until the bell rings. I don't want to get into a position now and then in 3 minutes, you know, this thing could swing 50 points or so, and I don't need that that kind of risk. Oh, Mike, it's breaking out. You got to chase it. You got to chase it. I'm working at not chasing these things. Really trying to be a lot more present and conscious as I'm trading, and not being reactive, but being kind of creative actually on some level. You know, when you see the price all the way at like this level, where it's at the bottom, most scariest, most people start reacting and following the herd as it's dropping. You know, try to be kind of a trendsetter and catch it just when the price is low to sell it high. You know, thinking more like a business than just being reactive to whatever price action is doing. Yeah, I also have this Darwin X trade going. I like Darwin X. For those that don't know what that is, it's basically like a place where you can trade, and they keep track of your stats and everything. And once you get to a certain score, then they start giving you real money to trade with. I like it because I can focus a lot of my like degenerate energy into it, and like you know, where like Apex and Top Step, you kind of want to just wait for those A+ setups. If those aren't there, and say I'm bored or something, instead of like fucking up my my combines and my my accounts, you know, I can dump them into here, and then just, you know, practice over the long term to try to get more consistent over time. That's why I like it. You know, it's basically like a demo account, really, at this point for me. I mean, I don't have any funding to it. All right, looks like I missed the. Hold on. There we go. Now we're open. Now the market's open. But you can see how much just in this Darwin X, how much that just dropped down. These opening candles can be really volatile. I just get out of that. Try to save myself some CPU. I'm gonna try to catch this buy. And we'll do a big stop on this. I think this is gonna be a really bullish day, so I'm feeling pretty kind of aggressive. And we'll try to get a 100-point move. Be the top of this, top of that high. Hoping that didn't stop me out on my Top Step account. I can't remember how low my stop loss was. I was up on that one like $400. The risk was only like 200 and something, but that would have got me to break even. Try to keep the risk the same, you know, so it's never that emotional of a loss. There was a time where I wasn't so disciplined on the stops, and it was just, you know, you could have like a couple great days and then just become unconscious, and the next thing you know, huge ass loss, is like unbelievable. I'm just gonna hold this guy. I just have a feeling it's shooting for these highs. I mean, we've been on an uptrend since the market opened on Sunday. Really kind of breaking new highs on Friday. Not to say it won't sweep all the way down. It could. I mean, we could lose this trade, but I would actually almost consider doubling down on another contract. It's really tempting to. I might just make the risk a little. Too slow. I'm going to try to catch this falling knife one more time. That was very close to the free stop loss. You guys see that? Look how close that was. These candle wicks are pretty huge. Let's measure these guys. 78 ticks. Almost 70. Yeah, just this opening candle here has been a pretty decent move if you caught it. What is that? Even about caught it midway if you wrote it. That's a 100-point move. lot of times New York Open can be extremely volatile. If you can manage not to get swept up in the emotions of it, a lot of times you can catch quick scalps. You know, if it's swinging, you know, like it is now. I'm working at not doing like quick little 10-second scalps, just for a discipline reason. Not to say there's anything wrong with it. For me, it's like if I start doing that on the open, I can start dwindling my freaking account pretty quick, and next thing you know, it's like down $300-400. When I could have either held through a lot of that turmoil and have maybe a break even or a win, but it just kind of depends on the day, and every day is unique. It's always different. A lot of times when I'm looking for uptrends, I look at the bottom of the wicks to see if they're getting higher and higher. A lot of times you look at the tops if you're looking for shorts. I'm getting out of this trade. Oh, there it is. There. Maybe we can get to the very bottom of this guy. Famous last words. I'm gonna stay beneath that. Or not, jeez. Look at the size of this fucking candlestick. It's always kind of risky to go against the trend, especially a New York Open. I'm being kind of risky on how much I'm doubling down on these shorts. But a lot of time, I mean, you see this giant move down. It's going to be followed by a huge move up whenever this hysteria stops. And I might just start getting in on a really big trade. And just do another couple contracts here while it's just dropping like this. So many times these hysterical moves, they don't last. But you know, it could be people are looking at that as a new high that wasn't that didn't break that out, but still, I mean, that was pre-market. I don't know what the hell they're doing now. in a hole at the moment. I like the concept of having a successful red day or a successful green day. What is the name of that guy? He's got a trading channel. He trades stocks though. But he introduced me to that concept of having a successful red day, which basically what that looks like, it's not losing control of your emotions and going full tilt and blowing accounts and doubling down and not putting stop losses in and violating your own rules. It's basically looking at a red day of like, okay, well, I was just off today. I didn't lose a lot and I was able to walk away to trade again tomorrow. That would be a successful red day. An unsuccessful one would be like, oh, my max loss is like, say, $500. An unsuccessful red day would be like, oh, I lost, like, not only did I lose 500, but then I lost like 3,000. I blew the account. I bought 3 more. I lost all of them in a quick succession because then I started revenge trading and then spiraling, and next thing you know, it's just a freaking mess. And you wonder how you found yourself in this situation in the first place. So it's important to journal or at least look at your trades and not sit there and judge yourself or whatever, but like really ask yourself, why did I get into that trade? What was I thinking? Was I getting into this because of fear reasons, or was I getting into it because it was actually a good opportunity? One of the things, like, this thing might go even lower. I don't know. If it doesn't do something now, we might have to shake this guy loose. I'm going to get on my other account because I'm done losing on this one. And if I lose on this guy, we're going to call her a day. This will be a quick one, folks. Or maybe not. And look at how many points this dropped. 300. 300 unanswered points. I don't remember what that yellow line is. Yeah, I can't be the only one like looking at this going, oh my gosh, 300 unanswered points on this freaking huge uptrend. Even if it gets a 50% retracement, that's 150 points. You know, all this in the first 15 minutes. I doubled down and got another contract. Mainly because of, you know, when it drops that much that quick after like basically going counter trend, this is why a lot of guys won't even trade the open, because of this kind of shit. Kind of starting to consolidate here. I think it's found the bottom. Famous last words, huh? Couldn't possibly go any lower. Yeah, one of the things to get used to in trading is not getting married to being right or wrong. Market will have a way of just smacking you upside the head. Oh, it's gone up for 500 points. It can't just go up forever. Shit can be irrational like you wouldn't believe. Alright, so hopefully this thing, now that it looks like a bottom is found, hopefully the hysteria is over with. Nice rejection, nice long wick on the 15-minute. I think I'll sell this guy. So there's 100 ticks. I think we're gonna go a little bit bigger than that, because I think this is gonna try to at least break out up here. Actually, if it goes all the way up there, I would think that it would want to break out all the way and have a super bullish day. I still think it's going to be a bullish day, actually, even though yeah, this first candlestick was just a freaking face melter, basically. Try not to so we had a break this candle, you know, try not to get tricked by over trading, and really going to focus on having a successful day despite what the P&L says. We can have a successful day just by challenging ourselves to hold a position longer than we feel comfortable. You know, anytime you have these kind of fears of like, missing out, fears of fears of loss, fears of whatever, you got to strengthen those muscles. You got to face those fears as they come up, because you got to start to be able to hold things, and it is either going to hit it or it's not. And so basically, we'll sell that contract right there. We'll leave a lot of meat on that for anybody who else wants to catch this breakout attempt. If that, because if it breaks through that level, I already feel like the downtrend that's been going on. We'll go to the daily here. Do a year. And so, like, the all-time highs is right here. We crashed, had a higher low, and then kind of an upward trajectory here. So, really once we cross that level, we're on to uptrend, new highs, breakout, etc. And we're sitting at a 0.5% profit on this account. And the other account, we're just going to consider that a successful red day, because we're not going to fuck with it. And the size of these little wicks. That range goes from vroom, vroom, vroom to very timid. Little timid traders. I'm happy where we bought it. I mean, and doubling down like we did. Now it's just a matter of seeing if it's going to be a home run or what. That's what we got. We got a, I think, I do this. Oh, that's a big stop loss. Let's do a 30-pointer. That gets us underneath those lows. Not all the way down. How much is all the way down? 50. That's a $500. We'll do a $500 0.5% risk to make is that 225. $200. This would be a big trade. Like, need a calculator. $225. Oh, times 10, so that'd be $2,000 if we get it. It's a big if. That high didn't breach that one, so we'll see what happens here. We'll see if this turns around or what. Let's get back into something that makes some sort of sense. And that looks like a new higher low. Yeah, 9 seconds for this to close. But that's pretty definitive. Engulfing kind of, as for like a higher low, you know, that big engulfing type, it didn't engulf it completely, but there's enough of a kind of a movement there. To me, it looks like, looks like the bulls are starting to get more confident after getting kicked in the nuts with this big ass candle. Now, that's kind of the nice thing about having a couple of accounts going at one time. Now, these are all evaluation accounts, but hoping this thing breaks out. I mean, these are all evaluation accounts. But for people that are new to futures trading in general, prop firms allow you to trade with their capital if you can pass their trading requirements. Because really, once you become good at trading, you know, people want to give you money to compound it, you know, and to put it to work. And so once you can demonstrate that you can do that, it's not hard to get funding, not in today's world at least. But hopefully we're about to catch this take profit. But like so what you do is you take these evaluations. Apex normally is like 80%. You know, it's 80% off now with my discount code. You know, so you can get a 100K account like this one for $40. And then if you blow it, it's just another $40 to reset it. But if you pass it, then you pay an activation fee, and then you're trading with real $100,000 that you can withdraw the profits and you can withdraw the profits and you know, keep trading. And so my goal is to like get to like maybe 10 grand in a funded account, and then like withdraw maybe 6, and then constantly just go from, you know, up 4 to make that profit, and then just withdraw it every week. Always kind of just being used to going back to 0 instead of growing an account from 100 to infinity or whatever, but just make it a little easier to get into a swing of it, like a routine where it's normal. I do have to be somewhat mindful of the trailing drawdown at this point, because we're up 1,000, and if that goes all the way down to 0, you know, it can fuck with my trailing drawdown. But I'm just gonna keep holding it. I'll take some profit right there. Just, I don't want to take it, you know, because I want to just hold this. But at the same time, with Apex, there's a 3K trailing drawdown. So if you catch these big winners and then they have it, then it retraces back, kind of counts as a loss. So you got to be somewhat mindful of the trailing drawdown. Like I said, I don't want to close this. I want to hold it till take profit. Mainly because I like like the thought process of what we're doing here. You know, you have a nice nice candle, nice long wick here at the bottom. Moving in this direction now. hopefully catch a nice win here for you guys to see. I feel like that helps grow people's faith into like what's possible. A lot of the traders I've watched day trade, a lot of them do like quick little 10-point scalps, which is not a big, you know, which is cool. I mean, that's fine, but like there's something to be said too about like holding something. It's a little bit more intense to sit and hold something versus scalping. It's like two wings of the same bird, but kind of different skill sets. Let's see, we're up at 1,000. Might hit the TP now. We're having a breakout. A lot of people will see this and want to just get in on this little move, get the meat of the move, not the tops and bottoms. I'm gonna keep holding. Move this guy for the trailing drawdown. Like I said, I want to hold it, but if anything crazy were to happen. Well, this is doing what it's doing. Let me jump into the chat, see if anybody's in here. Doesn't look like it at the moment. Whenever you're in here, though, I appreciate it. I'm just going to go ahead and take profit here. Let me see how we're doing. Oh, that was actually on the other account. We're up now, like 300 bucks. We're going to be really mindful that this isn't a bull trap. We'll wait for whatever this is doing right now to kind of stop. Because it could even go down to here to test this low. So you got a new low, a higher low. Could go down here, but part of our game plan is not to chase, and so if this is going to go back up, I want to buy it at the bottom of a wick. The temptation is when it's at the top of the candlestick, like, oh, it's going to break out, I'm going to miss out on this trade. And that's like a situation where even if that does happen, if this guy closes like this and isn't, I think this is actually a good shorting opportunity. It's a new low. The reason I say that is just because of how this is. We had this bearish energy. I wonder where this lines up on a fib. Most recent highs and lows here. I'm gonna close out. I actually think this is gonna take off. I'm gonna stick with my original game plan here instead of doubting it. I'm just gonna keep holding this. No, we're not. I don't like what it's doing. It's looking way better for a short. These highs are not cutting up for me. I'm starting to consolidate at the top of this. And so if this is a bull trap, that low could be the target. 18,252, which is this guy down here. We'll see if the bottom falls out or what it's doing. Watch the P&L for kind of like an indicator of price action. Let's look at new low. The fake out. Alright, pull this over more so I can see what I'm doing. Keep trying to like look around the microphone. I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. It's giving contrary movements. We got new low, kind of breaking up here, kind of who knows what the hell's happening now. I guess it was kind of a good thing that we accidentally got that position in on that other account. So instead of it being negative or whatever, now it's in the green. But that kind of an error is kind of could have worked the opposite way too. That could have been a problem. You know, if I was on the wrong end of a trade. So I got to get better at doing that. Normally I do trades out of the DOM where I can easily go between different accounts. Let me see which account is which here. So, oops. Okay, so 40. And that didn't overtake that previous high. I just think this thing is bullish. And I'm in the wrong thing. I'm going to get in this on both these guys. And this will be my last trade. I'm not convinced by that weak attempt to go down. On the 15-minute, it's looking really bullish, meaning it looks like it's getting ready to keep going up higher and higher. And the way it's moving now, on the 15-minute, there's no obvious stop loss zones, but as far as this one goes, I would assume there's going to be kind of a little bit of a thing right in here to get through. And up here. But once those areas are cleared, I don't know, I'm just feeling really bullish on NASDAQ here. what's this top level? 18,331. So that'd be this guy, this level. And before this hysterical sell-off of 300-point drop, we had a new high. Now we have a new high. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Let's get some stop losses in here. We're only doing one. This is like the last trade, so we'll do a bigger one. $50 points, that's $250 a piece. 250 point risk to make 100, to make 100. Yeah, and so either this works or it doesn't. But with that being said, you know, it's 10:20. Still got another kind of hour of prime time trading here. And if we're wrong, you know, basically the way I kind of read the P&L right now, it's almost like this was just a waste of time. You know, all this trading before now is like a waste of time for that 1% trade. That's kind of my goal, though, 1%. If I'm trading 200Ks, which I'm doing at the moment, yeah, that's 2,000, but once I get these funded again, that'd be my daily goal. Try to get better at not trading on Sundays when the market opens. I get excited when the market opens back up, but then I always dig myself a fucking hole on Sunday. Not a good vibe to start the week. I was able to resist the urge to trade on futures, at least. Started trading on the Darwin X account. Like I said, that's a good way for me to focus my energy. You know, if I lose this trade and just be done for the day, like I'll still trade on the Darwin X account just for the experience and to get better and get a, you know, any of these kind of emotions that can start to become more of a problem than anything else. Because you get the fear of missing out that goes, well, if you're not in the market, you can't catch the move, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, okay, well, I did get in the market. I got on my Darwin X, and lost $300, $400 or $500. And it's like, oh, well, I'm glad I didn't do that and ruin my my eval. Looks like we're headed to the box there, the new resistance zone. Bigger time frame here. Yeah, this could actually even just I wonder if he's setting it like right there. That's tempting. Let's let that take profit there. And we'll see what she does here once it gets to this top of that wick. Hopefully this all looks good for everybody that's watching. I like trading trending markets more than just the grind, the back and forth grind. Well, who doesn't, Mike? That's the easiest ones. I have to go to the bathroom. It'd be cool to get a take profit with no one watching. Yeah, because really once you set the trade, I mean, the rest is in God's hands, really. Not much you can do. Either it goes or it doesn't. You know, we did our part. We planted the seed. You can't make it grow out of the shell. I think I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. For those that are unaware, I've been producing music for well over a decade. I have a music licensing business that I license these tracks for. I'm just going to play some something instrumental, just to have in the background here while I take off. I don't know what that is. Okay, we'll just do this one. Alright folks, I'll be right back. Alright, folks. We are back. Let me get the... There we go. Alright, let's get back to business here. Oh boy. Look at that. Well, that was a loser. Alright, folks, that's going to be a day. Let's pull up the stats here. Not too bad though. You know, that's only 289, 255 losers on each account. We're going to call this a successful red day, and we're going to stay the hell out of the market because with Quan Tower, you got to double check and make sure to cancel those working orders. It's really important to cancel those because if you don't, it's very, very easy to come up to leave those, and next thing you know, you catch these fucking whatevers and train wreck. You know, it can really spiral. But with that being said, you know, I appreciate everybody liking, sharing, subscribing, all the social networking things. And until the next trading day, we'll count this as a success because we're going to walk away. Flex our discipline with small losses on a Monday, and we'll make this back tomorrow. So with that being said, thanks again and God bless.